The fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was billed as an epic clash of generations, blending nostalgia with the influencer-driven spectacle of modern boxing. But from the outset, many questioned the legitimacy and safety of pitting a 58-year-old Tyson against a 27-year-old Paul in his physical prime. While Tyson trained for 7 months, sacrificing his personal life to prepare, the physical toll of the fight became evident early on. Tyson landed just 18 punches compared to Paul's 78, a stark contrast that reflected not just the age gap, but the level of fatigue Tyson experienced in the ring. By the end of the fight, it was clear that Tyson's endurance and reflexes weren't enough to compete with the younger Paul. After the fight, Tyson's condition raised immediate concerns. Back in the dressing room, he admitted to feeling dizzy and fatigued, prompting medical staff to step in. His coaches reported that Tyson appeared disoriented and in visible pain.
Come after this fight, but the most important thing, Mike went back home with his family, with his loved ones, and helped. In the end of the day, we just want your fighter, your athlete, be helped and back home with his family.
Doctors ordered a brain scan to rule out serious injuries and recommended he stay in the hospital for further observation. For Tyson, this isn't the first health scare. In recent years, he's faced a series of medical challenges, including an ulcer attack earlier this year and a period when he needed a wheelchair. These issues have amplified the debate about whether Tyson should have been allowed to fight at all. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations has come under fire for allowing this fight to take place. Critics, including boxing professionals and fans, argue that Tyson's age and health history made him an unsuitable opponent for Jake Paul. Friends and former rivals of Tyson, such as Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield, voiced their disapproval after witnessing the aftermath of the fight. They felt the fight's rules should have been adjusted to protect Tyson, perhaps making it more of an exhibition rather than a competitive bout. Meanwhile, fans and experts alike are questioning why this matchup was sanctioned in the first place, given the risks involved. Part of the issue lies in the perception created by Tyson's training footage. Leading up to the fight, clips of Tyson sparring showed glimpses of his legendary speed and power.
Nice left hook! Up.
It was good for today.
Yeah.
I truly believe.
Sure?
Yeah, me
Yes.
too.
Sure?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. Sure? Yeah.
Sparking hope that he could still hold his own in the ring. But as many boxing professionals pointed out, sparring in a controlled environment is far different from facing an opponent in a competitive match. The fight exposed the harsh reality of Tyson's age and physical condition. His punches lacked the same force and accuracy that once made him a legend, and his stamina faltered as the rounds progressed. The mismatch between the expectations created by his training videos and the reality of the fight left fans disillusioned. For Jake Paul, the fight was another notch in his unconventional boxing career. He controlled the pace of the match, landing far more punches and avoiding Tyson's attempts to turn the tide. But Paul's post-fight comments revealed a more cautious side.
I was just like, okay, he's not really engaging back. And so I don't know if he's tired or whatever. And I could just tell, his age was showing a little bit. And I just have so much.
He admitted to holding back during the fight, saying he didn't want to hurt Tyson unnecessarily. While Paul has faced criticism for taking the fight in the first place, he's also garnered respect for his ability to handle a legend like Tyson. Still, the question remains, was this fight a fair test of his skills or just another spectacle designed to draw headlines and pay-per-view buys? The fallout from this fight has been intense, with fans and professionals alike voicing concerns about fighter safety and the ethics of pitting aging legends against younger, stronger opponents. Many believe that fights like this blur the line between sport and spectacle, prioritizing entertainment over the well-being of the fighters. The backlash has also sparked broader questions about the future of exhibition matches. Should there be stricter rules and regulations for fights involving older or medically vulnerable fighters? And how can boxing maintain its credibility in an era where entertainment-driven bouts are becoming increasingly common? Despite the controversy, Tyson's legacy as one of the greatest boxers of all time remains intact for many fans. His achievements in the ring, from becoming the youngest heavyweight champion to his devastating knockout power, have cemented his place in boxing history. However, this fight has added a complicated chapter to his story. While it showcased his courage and determination, it also highlighted the risks of continuing to compete at his age. For Tyson, the question now is whether this was his final bow in the ring.
Could I ask, do you want to do this again, or are you officially done now?
I don't know. It depends on the situation.
Who comes to mind?
Well, I don't know. Maybe other.
You want to fight Logan? Logan might be next.
Motherfucker, I'll kill you, Mike.
No.
It is on then.
Just don't step on his toes.
Or if he'll attempt another comeback despite the risks. For Jake Paul, the fight against Tyson is another step in his journey to legitimacy as a boxer. With this win, Paul has once again proven his ability to draw massive audiences and compete against high-profile opponents. But the nature of this victory has also raised questions about the legitimacy of his career. As Paul eyes bigger fights, possibly against other legends or current contenders, he'll need to navigate the fine line between entertainment and true competition. Will he continue to rely on these high-profile matchups,